Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to DPS Media, Divisional Public School, Lahore. This is the lecture for class 6, subject Social Studies, and it is about Geography, lecture number 1. Our today's lesson is chapter number 7, which is about the world population from the third term. Students' learning outcomes. After completing this lecture, the students will be able to describe the world population distribution. They will be able to explain the high, moderate, and low density population areas of the world. They will be able to explain the factors leading to uneven distribution of population. And they will surely can describe the age and sex structure of developed countries and less developed countries. Distribution of population. More than 7.16 billion people live in the world, but the distribution of population is not uniform. Some areas are very densely populated, some least populated, and some are moderately populated. In order to explain the previous points, we can say that the distribution of the world population different continent is as under. Asia is the largest continent in the world, having approximately 60% of the world population, and its total population is 4.298 billion. It has the highest rate of growth of population in the world. Africa is also among one of the world's fastest growing regions after Asia, having population 1.111 billion with 15.52% of the world's total population. Europe's total population is 0.742 billion, contains 10.36% of the total world's population. North America's population is 0.565 billion with the 7.90% of the world's total population. Next continent is South America with 0.407 billion population. It occupies 5.67% of the total world's population. And in the end, total population of Australia is 0.036 billion with 0.53% of the world's total population. Now we will look into the factors that lead to uneven distribution of population, or in other words, what makes a population different from others. A number of different environmental and human factors affect the distribution of population all over the world. The world is made up of a large number of contrasting environments. Like some areas have a temperate or mild climate, some are covered in ice, some of them are fertile plain lands, some are deserts. Some of these environments attract settlers while others repel them. So we can better sum up that the population is majorly distributed on the basis of these following factors: fertile land, favorable climate, economic conditions. We can define the density as the number of population per square kilometer is called the density of population. The formula of which is, if we divide the total population on the total area, we will get the population density. Density of population. For example, if we need to know about the density of world's population, we will divide the numbers of world's population over the total area of land surface. So, we will put the values in this equation. 7.16 billion over 149 million square kilometer is equal to 48 persons per square kilometers. It means that on average 48 persons are living in a square kilometer of land. After getting the knowledge about the density of population, now we can divide the world into three regions according to density: high density population areas, moderate density population areas, low density population areas. Density of population. Number 1, high density population areas. The average density of population of the world is 48 persons per square kilometer, but in some areas the density is about thousands of people per square kilometer. Let's have a look on these areas. East, Southeast and South Asia. In this area, countries like China, Japan, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, India, Pakistan and Bangladesh are very densely populated. Fertile river valleys and moderate climate of coastal areas are the main reasons of high density. Western and Central Europe. In this area, countries like France, Belgium, Holland, Germany, Czech Republic and Austria are very densely populated. Suitable climate and industrial development are the main reasons of high density. Northeast and North America. In this area, northeastern portion of United States of America and the southeastern portion of Canada is very densely populated. Industrial development and moderate climate of coastal areas are the main reasons of high density. Number 2, moderate density population areas. These areas are comprised of grasslands of the world where population is scattered over a large area. In these areas, density of population ranges from 10 to 50 persons per square kilometer. These grasslands are known by the different names, that is, steppes of Asia and Europe, prairies of North America, pampas of South America, savannas of Africa, downs of Australia. These are the famous agricultural areas of the world. Number 3, low density population areas. In these areas, the density of population is less than 10 persons per square kilometer. These areas include polar areas, snow-peaked mountains like Himalayas, Alps, Rockies and Andes, equatorial rainforests, deserts, that is Sahara, Kalahari, Atacama and Rajasthan, etc. Structure of population. Structure of population involves the study of sex and age. According to sex, population can be divided into two groups: female population, male population. Structure of population. According to age, population can be divided into three groups: children up to 15 years, adults 15 to 60 years, aged more than 60 years. What is sex-age structure? Usually, sex and age are studied together, which is called age and sex structure. It tells us whether the male are dominant in the population or females. What are the percentage of children, adults and aged in the population? Sex-age structure of more developed countries. According to this table, the low percentage of children in more developed countries indicates that the population growth rate is very low. Sex-age structure of less developed countries. According to this table, the high percentage of children in less developed countries indicates that the population growth rate is very high. Population growth. At the beginning of the year AD, the total population of the world was 300 million, which became 7.16 billion in 2013. At present, the population is growing at the rate of 1.09% annually. Population growth. The rate of population growth is different in different countries. In less developed countries, it is very high, especially in African countries. In more developed countries, it is very low. As we are heading towards the end of the lecture number 1, I am assigning you all some tasks to complete at home. You have to read chapter number 7, page number 86 to 90. Write short answers of question number 1, 2, 3 and 5 from the exercise. Write detailed answers of question number 1 and 2 from the exercise. Dear students, that's all for today's lecture. Now inshallah, I'll see you soon with the next lecture. Till then, take great care of yourselves and stay connected with your studies. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.